everyone, welcome back to the beauty statement. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Jennifer. Today we have a new episode of Beauty That Kills. Now, before we begin, please keep an open mind and just ask yourself, how far are you willing to go in the name of beauty? I've been waiting all my life for someone. Okay, so for today's episode number 2 of Beauty That Kills series, we will be talking about lead and makeup. So for that, I will be talking about a particular person, which is Queen Elizabeth. Now, before I begin, I just want to give you a quick introduction as to what were the trends back then and what is the reason as to why I am talking about Queen Elizabeth herself. Now, during that time, the trend was for women to be really light skinned or pale looking with light or reddish hair colors because it symbolized youth, fertility, wealth, class, and it was also a sign of aristocracy. Now, for some people that couldn't afford to be able to look like that, they would sometimes drain their own blood in order to achieve that pale look. Now, this trend of draining one's blood was left once lead was introduced into the picture. When lead was introduced, it was said to improve the complexion, clear the skin from blemishes, and improve the color of the skin. Now, this white lead face mask lasted from the 15th to the 18th century. This face mask was worn by men and women alike. Lead was only purchased by those who were able to afford it because it wasn't easily available to the whole public. The year 1562, when Queen Elizabeth was 29 years old, she caught what was thought back then as a very bad fever. Now, later on, it was confirmed that she had smallpox. Now, at that time, smallpox was there was no treatment for smallpox, and it was highly contagious. Now, for the queen to have caught smallpox was something to be worried about because at that time, Queen Elizabeth was neither married nor had any children, which means there was nobody to inherit the throne if she were to die. Now, smallpox was an illness that first started into a rash that later on developed into small blisters. Once these blisters popped and the scab was already fallen down, it developed into scars. Now, back then, Queen Elizabeth was known for her beauty. She was greatly admired by her flawless white skin and the over-the-top glamour and clothing that she would wear. So for her to even think that she will be left with scars was terrible news. But then again, there wasn't anything that she could do about it because how can you take the scars away? So Queen Elizabeth began covering her scars with white lead makeup that was called Venetian Ceruse. And Venetian Ceruse was a mixture of lead and vinegar. Now, this mixture was placed on her face and neck. And the mixture was left there for at least a week before washing it off. Can you imagine having a face full of makeup for 1 week? That's a lot. Now, it was said that because this makeup was sitting there for a lot of days, once it was cleansed off, it left the face looking grayish and full of wrinkles. It also caused hair loss, rotten teeth, and because of the high quantities of lead that the makeup contained, it caused insanity and in some cases death. The cleanser that Queen Elizabeth used to take off her makeup also contained toxic ingredients like mercury. It was also found on the blush and the lipstick that she would use. She also used eyeliner that contained black hole, and the eye drops that she used to dilate her pupils were made with belladonna. She also used quicklime to lighten her hair and make it reddish. Queen Elizabeth died on the year 1603 at the age of 69. Now, it was said that she got sick when she was 29 years old, meaning that she was exposed to various toxins during her beauty routine for over 40 years. Now, when Elizabeth died, she was staying at the Richmond Palace, and at that time, it was reported that Elizabeth died with a 1-inch thick makeup on her face. Can you imagine having a layer of measuring 1 inch of makeup? It was said that at that time, like I mentioned before, she had lost almost all of her hair, but also all of her teeth, and that during her time alive she refused to let anyone assist her into bathing because I guess her body was also covered with scars. Now the reason as to why I chose Queen Elizabeth was because to me she was like one of those historic celebrity entities that you know, she used it all, she did it all for beauty. Now the big question here is lead still used as an ingredient for makeup products? And the answer is yes. Now you would have think that now that people know that lead has side effects, they would have stopped using it. But no, we are in the year 2021 and lead is still being used as ingredient for makeup. Now, where is lead found? Lead is found in eyeliner, mascara, lipstick, and another type of cosmetics. The funny thing is that these ingredients are found in your favorite, most affordable brand, but also in the high luxury brand that you love. Now, if you have watched my video titled Vegan, Cruelty-Free and Clean Makeup, where I mentioned that the FDA here in the United States has hundreds of toxic ingredients still being used in cosmetics here in the US. That may be your answer as to why is lead still being used today. Now you may think that we are part of the problem because we keep buying these toxic products, but some people do it without knowing. I am not gonna call out the brands that use these toxic ingredients in their makeup, but what I am going to do is put a link on the description box below. This link contains a list of makeup companies that contain lead in their products. Now once you find these companies, do not say hey to them. Send a request to ask them to discontinue the use of toxic ingredients in their products. Because if you're only sending hate, then you are part of the problem and not part of the solution. Just like the saying goes, the customer is always right. I am sure that if the company gets enough requests to limit or to remove toxic ingredients on their products, they'll listen. And there's also so many companies that are vegan and cruelty free that you might want to try also. You know, just to support those companies that are doing their best to bring clean, toxic-free makeup without being tested in animals and without using animal or toxic ingredients in their products. Okay guys, so this is the end of the video. Hope you guys liked it and hopefully I was able to provide you with enough information in order to be educated enough to make your own decisions as to what to buy in general. Now please, if you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe, hit that bell button to be reminded every single time I upload a new video. And also, if you guys would like to, you can leave a comment on the section down below, letting me know what other kinds of videos you would like to see from this channel. If you guys would like to, you can also check me out on my social media accounts that I will be leaving linking down below as well. And just have a great rest of the week. Take care, guys.